shit. It went from hot to super cold in a matter of a few weeks. I'm about to, I forgot to put that in the title. Did I put that that BWO before workout initial? BWO. Yeah. Before the workout, yanchas. You feel me? And anyway, we're about to work out. I know that I said I would cut back on rock stars, but I need me a rock star right. Crows. Wow. Tiny baby crows. I never really seen that. Yeah, it is. It was Mama Crow. Nice. Shit. So anyway, man, I want to talk about women being the gatekeepers of sex and why you should get the bag. Yeah. you know. Without women, man, we can't have sex, man. As simple as that, bro. You feel me? Without women, there can't be no sex. We can't, without women, there'll be a whole lot of jerking off the hands and shit. Jerking off the porn. You ain't got a woman in your life, best believe you ain't having sex, man. They got all the power, man. You feel me? And they can be stingy with the supply. They says who gets who and who gets what. You feel me? A woman don't want to have sex with you, bro. There's nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? But move on to the next one, and get a new one. Man, where my moderators at? God damn it. Another troll. Troll, you are fucking stupid, bro. And you're retarded. I can see why a lot of these losers gonna end up living the same lifestyle that they're gonna be living until the day that they die. They're gonna be broke like a joke, man. Look at this broke loser over here in the comment section. You can tell he's a real loser. Real loser. And he's gonna be broke to the day that he died. And he's serving a life sentence. You're serving a life sentence. You're serving a life sentence. Out of here. You're serving a life sentence. Get his serving a life sentence ass up out of here. Like I said, man, women are the gatekeepers of sex, bro. That's why dudes go out and get the money so they could get as much sex as they possibly can, man. There's a reason why men go out and get the bag, bro. It's because of women, bro. And to have a more comfortable and more luxurious lifestyle. But one of the reasons why men go out and get the bag is because of the women. You feel what I'm saying? They want to have more women in their life, in our life. You know? You feel what I'm saying? Get the hell out of here, bitch. Get your dirty ass out of here. Where's my moderators? Bring my moderators back. These sons of bitches are stupid. Damn ass trolls. You gonna keep on getting deleted every time you come in here, man. I'm ready. My fingers are ready for your troll ass, bitch. You feel what I'm saying? And I know a lot of you motherfuckers, I'm telling you, you can't stand it. You can't stand for me to say that, huh? Man, women got all the power. Women are the gatekeepers of sex. Deal with it. You can't have sex unless a woman lets you have it with her. You know what I'm saying? It burns their ears when you say that, bro. They can't stand that shit. But it's the truth, bro. It's facts, bro. you can't like, you can't fucking like deal with the facts, bro. There's nothing you can do with the facts. The facts are the facts, bro. It is what it is. It's what they say, right? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You can't change anything, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know. You can't change the fact that it is what it is. Women will always hold the power when it comes to the cookie, bro. You know what I'm saying? They say who gets who and what gets what. Ain't no motherfucker here talking about, yeah, I'm gonna storm and I'm gonna muscle bound, or I'm a gorilla pimp, or I'm a gorilla force my way into the coochie. Nope. Nope. You know, Sean Breezy, what's up with it? Yeah, get those moderators out of here, man. Too many trolls, bro. My moderator's here. Get him. Get them trolls. What's up with it? And Sean Breezy in the house. Yeah, I appreciate it, Sean Breezy. I appreciate it, Sean. Them damn trolls, they can't stand the truth, bro. Like, that's the reason why they come in here. Because they can't stand. Now I'm speaking in real talk, man. Women hold all the power when it comes to sex, bro. All you can do is try to get as much money as you possibly can so you can have a better shot at getting sex on the regular. Now, if you're a guy that's average nowadays, you're gonna have a whole lot of droughts. You're gonna struggle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I appreciate it, Sean Breezy. You know, get his ass out of here, man. You're gonna struggle nowadays, man. So what we do is we go out and get the bag to attract women to us, so that way we have access to the coochie as much as possible. Because we can see what's happening to the average man, man. The average man ain't doing so well nowadays, man. You feel what I'm saying? We see what's happening to the average man. We don't like what's happening to the average man right now. So right now we chasing bags and trying to get money up so we can get out of the average zone. Because nowadays, if you stay average, you're going to stay struggling, bro. Your whole entire life. We ain't talking about the next 5 years or the next, 2 or 3 years. You will be struggling for the rest of your life until you pass away. Who wants to struggle until they pass away? Not me. Not me. You feel me? You know, you know, who wants to struggle? I don't want to struggle. Stay up on your grind, man. Paper stacking. Daddy get it cracking. you know, you know, you kind of wanted to just stay in, you know, you kind of just want to stay on the grind, man, your whole entire life. You feel me? You know, you know, you kind of want to stay papered up, man. You know, stay on the money mission, man. Don't never sway off the shit, bro. Yeah, the average guy is broken along, bro. The average guy is getting done in for out here, bro. The average guy is getting droughts like the Nile River, bro. You ain't gonna get no longer than that. What they do say in Boondocks, 100%. You can't get no higher than that, nigga. You step up in here, you're getting raped. In this case, you can't get no longer than that. we, Your drought is gonna be long as the Nile River. You can't get no longer than that, nigga. Oh man. See, the trolls keep coming in. I got moderators on deck, so you can talk that shit, man. You just gonna keep on getting blocked out, bro. You gonna keep on getting locked out of here, bro. You know. Look at this guy, man. Get his hells out of here, bro. Get out of here. Fuck out of here. Here come the trolls again. Get him out. As soon as you see something wrong, get him out. He probably don't. Yeah, exactly. This motherfucker put a picture on me. Man, he definitely got some time on his hands. He went in there and created a whole entire profile with me, bro. I really ruffled his feathers, man. I really ruffled his feathers, bro. He created a whole entire profile dedicated to me. Oh, you shouldn't have, bro. I didn't think I was on your mind like that, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you serving a life sentence right now. You know, some motherfuckers I don't feel sorry for that they serving a life sentence, bro. Some motherfuckers I feel sorry for, but some motherfuckers I don't. Because I'm like, God damn, yeah, man, you serving a life sentence, bro. Ain't nothing but bread and water and some rice for you, bro. And some beans, rice and beans, bread and water. You see what I'm saying? Bread and water, rice and beans, bro. That's all you're gonna be eating for the rest of your life. Behind bars. In your mind, not in the real jail, but in your mind, you doing time, bro. And you ain't never getting out. That's why I try to get niggas to understand that society don't care about men, bro. That's why you'll never make it out unless you dig yourself out through education or chasing Hollywood or doing something to get the bag, right? It's like you're not gonna never get out. My father, he waited for that 40 acres and a mule for like decades. He never got it, and he died without getting it. So, no, they don't care about men like that out here, bro. Nobody's gonna put on a suit like Superman with Captain Saber Bro written on the chest. Not Captain Saber Ho, Captain Saber Bro. Nobody's coming out of nowhere, bro, to come save you, bro. There's no Captain Saber Bros around, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, nobody's gonna help you, bro. You see what I'm saying? You gotta get out of your situation by yourself, and then it's gotta be the willingness to change. Cause if you don't, I'm afraid. I'm afraid you're gonna be watching the parade go by. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know. You ain't gonna make it out of the struggle if you don't do it yourself. You see, everything is with men is independent. There's no side motherfuckers on the sideline helping you, man. There's no family members want to come to your aid, bro. Especially if your family members are poor, ain't got no money, they ain't gonna come to your aid, bro. You don't got no Captain Saver bros with an S on their chest flying through the sky. Talking about, I'll save you from that situation, man. Don't worry about it, bro. I got money. Here you go. Here's $2 million. You know, nobody's gonna give it to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna come into your rescue, bro. Like I said, my father, man, he was always talking about 40 acres in the mule, 40 acres in the mule, reparations, and 40 acres in the mule. That's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. He was talking that shit back in the 80s. Man, he died before he could even get that shit, bro. Nowadays, they'll give you a mule, but they ain't give you no 40 acres, man. You better stop all that bullshit. Stop crying. You gotta get out here and get this money your own goddamn self, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's never gonna happen, bro. Reparations, that ain't gonna never happen. If it does, it'd be very little checks being printed out. 100 grand a piece for each family. That's about it. And man, probably not even that. You probably might get 50 grand, nigga. You see what I'm saying? You know, all these trolls, man. These incel trolls, man. Yeah, the thing is, once you start talking about the fucking the incel trolls, they start kicking in doors, bro. You get sworn with like incel trolls. You know what I'm saying? I can see why y'all niggas ain't got no woman, bro. Look how immature you act. I ain't never trolled nobody, bro. Like, I always been real, man. You know, trolling is for fake ass niggas. You know. And like I said, man, ain't nobody gonna come to your rescue and save you and give you the box, bro. You know, women, like I said, back to what I'm saying, what's up with a captain and commander? Women are the gatekeepers of sex, and it's up to you. Women are the gatekeepers of sex, and it's up to you to get the bag so you can get more sex, you know, basically get through the gate. You know, they're at the gate. You got to figure a way to get through it. Because they can stop you and be like, hey, wait a minute. Who is this motherfucker right here? Let me check it. Is he a Chad or a Tyrone? Is he average looking at best? You know. And they'll be like, let's stop your ass, boy. You know what I'm saying? And hey, you need to go self-improve before you get through this gate. Especially if you want them Stacy's and them Keishas and shit, man. You know, you're going to have to self-improve. You're going to have to get that money. Or they're not going to let you in. Now you got a few motherfuckers like a Chad or a Tyrone or a Pookie or a Ray Ray, the bad boy, you know what I'm saying, that could get in for free and shit, but a nigga like you, that's square, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have to pay. That means you got to go get status and money. You know what I'm saying? You know. Yep, and the men are the gatekeepers of commitment and marriage. Yep. We are in charge of commitment and marriage. relationships and marriage. Like Kevin Samuels used to say, man. They're the gatekeepers of sex, though. I could care less about commitment, bro, or even like marriage. I could care less about that. I'm talking about I want access to the cooch. You feel me? That's more important than being married or being in a relationship. If I can like have sex without being in a relationship, that'd be nice. That way I'll never be bored of the same woman over and over again. Now at my age, I want to settle down. I mean, when you think about it, um, you know. But at the same time, it's like, you know, um, I just want access to the cooch. That's the most important thing for us is to have access. Relationships, yeah, we can do that. Marriage, I don't know about that, but I just want access. I don't want to be jerking off a lot of the times or going through droughts, long droughts because I can't help it because I done lost a girlfriend or a Thai girl got stolen from me again. You know what I'm saying? Or the female, she walked out, fucking ghosted me because I wanted to have commitment with her, and she didn't want to have commitment. She thought it was too early, and she thought I was weird, so she ghosted me and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, we gotta get the trolls out of here, man. Hey, man, I got a gang of moderators up in here, so you, if you come in here talking that good shit, man, you're gonna get kicked out. You feel what I'm saying? I got like 2 moderators on deck, and keep on deleting. You can keep on doing it if you want to. We're going to keep on deleting. Delete, delete, delete. We got an infinite amounts of deletes. So you ain't doing nothing special, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing special. You might think that you're doing something special, but you ain't really doing nothing special, bro. You ain't doing nothing new. It's like some of these niggas with Dodge Challenge out here. They're out here, speeding and rubbing their engines. And I'm like, bro, you ain't doing nothing new, man. I've seen so many challenges on the road. You ain't really doing nothing special. You ain't doing nothing special, bro. Yeah, he's a troll, man. To keep on deleting. He keep coming back. Keep on deleting. Soon as you see him, delete, 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 delete. Every time we come back, delete, 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 delete. Hey, man, we got an infinite amount of deletes, so don't even trip. Like I said, I gotta get some lotion. My skin all ashy and shit. You know. Like I said, man, the relationships is cool because women want to be in a relationships. Women want to be married and stuff like that. That's what they really want. What we really want is just access. That's it. Access to the cooch. That's what we really want. That's why we get married, man. So we can have a constant flow of sex. Somebody to sleep with every night, man. You feel what I'm saying? You know. I remember one time that one dude, I forgot his name, bro. Damn, but he married this one chick from one of the I think she was a reality TV star, and I guess she married some dude that got out of jail, and he had won like, I don't know, $10 million in a lawsuit, and then he married her, and then she was complaining about how much sex he wanted all the time. And he was like, some guy in the comment was like, God damn, that's why he married your ass, so he can have sex with you all the time. I guess she wasn't really attracted to the dude, man. He did look funny, you know. He had a funny funny face and shit. Get this troll out of here too, man. Get Big D, man. Get him out of here, man. I got a gang of moderators to get your ass up out of here, bro. Britney Spears and Kevin Federline. Kevin Federline got lucky, man, but also Kevin Federline was a top tier Chad, so of course he was gonna make her fucking panties get wet. You know what I'm saying? He was Chad, bro. Chad slays everything, bro. Celebrity women, normal women. You know what I'm saying? You know. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, I'll help you out. Your ass out of here, bitch. Get your little dirty ass out. Hey, trolls keep coming back. Just keep on deleting. Like Chad fucks everything, man. Chad can get celebrity women. It's just like there's no stopping Chad and Tyrone. You know, these guys are the pick of the litter. You feel what I'm saying? And the only way you can compete with these guys is through money. Money is Chad and Tyrone's only competition. And other than that, nothing can compete with Chad and Tyrone. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta understand, man, something like this, man. Women, they follow the money. They're attracted to resources and status and looks. You feel what I'm saying? It's in their nature to seek a man with a lot of money, bro. You know, it's in their nature to seek a man with a lot of resources, in other words. You feel what I'm saying? It's in their nature to do that. So when you obtain that shit, bro, it just attracts a lot of women to you. You just, all of a sudden, you would feel like a Chad or a Tyrone once you get money in your fucking bank account. You feel what I'm saying? Once you get that bag, you feel like a Chad or a Tyrone. Uh, you know, uh, you feel me? So get the bag, man. You know, get the bag, get the money. Don't let motherfuckers tell you that it's, money is a coat and all that shit. Nah, money is the solution. You feel what I'm saying? Getting the bag is the solution to your problems. It's not a coat. Because some motherfuckers come around and say, man, money is a coat. Nah, money is a solution. Drinking, smoking, and playing video games, that's a cope because you're not actually getting anything out of it. At least when you got money, you can go out on a date with a Stacy. You know what I'm saying? You can get a wife of a Stacy, a girlfriend that's a Stacy. You know what I'm saying? Or Keisha. You feel what I'm saying? With money, you can have options, even though these women might not be that attracted to you or whatever, but you'll still have options and you still won't be alone. Uh, I don't see nobody in Hollywood trying to going around shooting up the place. You feel what I'm saying? You know, you know. I don't see guys in Hollywood or motherfuckers who got a lot of money going around shooting up the place. It's these broke ass motherfuckers like Heaton Succeed, and 5'4", hat guy or bald guy, short bald guy. These people, these dudes who've been rejected by women time and time again, these are the guys that go around shooting up the place. You feel what I'm saying? But a successful motherfucker, no. Like Kevin Hart, you think he be going around shooting up the place? Nah, because he got a lot to lose. Uh, Kevin Hart is getting his fulfillment. I mean, Kevin Hart is getting his fulfillment on, bro. He's being fulfilled. The guy busting nuts and coochie left and right, man. You know what I'm saying? He's 5'4", but he's getting laid on the regular. His dating life is consistent. You feel what I'm saying? So he got inside the gate. You know, he got inside the gate. And what you want to be is inside that gate. Because the women are the gatekeepers. When you pull up, they're going to check your status, man. They're going to check your looks. They're going to check your money. They're going to, you know what I'm saying? They're going to check, making sure everything is good. You know what I'm saying? And then what you want to be is qualified to get inside that gate, man. You feel what I'm saying? You know. Hey, man, this motherfucker came through here and he put Tiger. Okay, get his ass out of here, bro. Man, you incel trolls are fucking stupid. Now I can see why you don't have girlfriends, bro. You see how immature these guys is? They're gonna be suffering for the rest of their life, man. You feel me? For the remaining years of their life, they're gonna be suffering. Get that guy out of here, man. This motherfucker created a profile called Tiger. Look how retarded this dude is. Fuck you incel trolls, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why you ain't gonna get no woman now. That's why you're gonna be living for the rest of your life. You're gonna be living by yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be living by yourself. You ain't gonna never get a woman in your life. Now, you're doomed to a life of solitude, man. You're doomed to a life of solitude. And can you believe it? Some niggas would never make it out of a situation. Can you believe that, bro? Some niggas would never have women in their life ever again, bro. Or maybe they had women in their life at one point, and then they got old or whatever, or they just incel completely, and they're never gonna make it out. Like, this is it for them. You feel what I'm saying? Motherfuckers are finished, bro, to the finish, to the core, bro. Some niggas would never make it out. That's insane, bro. To live your life without women for the rest of your life, bro, you are doing time for your lifetime, bro. Yeah. Like that dude he been single for 27 years. That's a crying goddamn shame, bro. Like, nigga, this nigga ain't had a girlfriend in 27 years? Man, that's your fault right there, bro. Because you could have got on your grind, went to Hollywood or something, and became an actor or something. But no, you decided to do nothing throughout them 27 years. Nigga, I would have been hustling, bro. If it was me, I would have been hustling. I've been out there. I definitely would have never been distracted by my ex-girlfriend. I definitely would have became a music mogul. You know, I definitely would have became successful in the music industry. I see the niggas that are the most ugly, they became more successful in the music industry. Jermaine Dupri, Diddy, the motherfucker got a small penis. You know, that's what Cassie was saying. So Diddy he had a small package and shit. So he had to become successful in the music industry. You know. Craig Mack, Biggie Smalls, Tupac. Even though Tupac, when he first started out, you know, women wasn't checking for him, man. You know what I'm saying? He had to go out there and get the bag, bro. And later on, he became a better looking dude. I think when he was younger, he was very skinny. Women didn't want to have nothing to do with him. And then he got older. He put on a little bit more weight. And then females started checking for him after that. You know. But sometimes when you being deprived of being inside that gate that's protected by women, bro, it'll make you go out and do better. You be like, that's it. I'm tired of jacking off all alone. I'm tired of having droughts. I'm tired of being by myself. I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna make something of myself, even if it kills me. You feel what I'm saying? So we gotta work out, man. I'll take this jacket off. You know, me, I gave up drinking all the time. I don't drink all the time no more, man. Now it's an occasion drink now, man. Once a week. No, I can't say once a week. About twice a week now. I go out for a drink twice a week. You feel what I'm saying? And I had to make that change because guess who hold the key to sex, man? Guess who the gatekeepers are? Women. And some motherfuckers, they can't stand the fact that women got the key to sex. Like some of these incels, they can't stand that women got the key to sex. Well, deal with it, nigga. It's life. It's this thing called life, bro. I told you that Mother Nature is cruel to men. It makes men have to work hard so they can get access to the coochie, man. Especially if you're not like genetically gifted, like Chad and Tyrone, you have to work harder. Ain't no such thing as getting a Stacy for free, okay? You're gonna have to come up with money and status. Hey, that guy from Fresh and Fit, he understood that. That guy, Fresh, he understood it. He knew he was a 3 in looks, man. You know what I'm saying? He understood that, hey, I gotta go out and get status and money. And guess who he was dealing with? The female that claimed that she was pregnant by him. And to me, she was around a 7 to me. Yeah, she was around a 7 to me. She wasn't no 8. But she was, maybe like a 7.5, somewhere around there. I give her a 7.5. I'm not gonna give her a full 8. But Pug, man, he knew he had to go out there and get that bread, man. I don't want to make fun of his looks and stuff, but that's what they was calling him online, man. Yeah, this motherfucker had Tiger as his profile name. Yeah, some incel that been following me, and then I said something that he didn't like. Some of the incels got their feathers ruffled. You feel what I'm saying? And now they come around trolling and shit. You know what I'm saying? I had a motherfucker come around, name his profile Sub-5 Stalker. It said Sub-5 Stalker chick. I thought it was funny though, bro. You know what I'm saying? These trolls, they be making you giggle and shit, man. They funny. They ain't nothing to be taken seriously, man. You feel what I'm saying? Well, like I said, man, every man out here, they trying to do what they trying to do. They trying to get access. So what every single man is doing is competing with each other, going out getting money, status, getting the bag and all that other stuff so they can have a better shot at reproducing. Because every man wants to reproduce themselves, man, and it's tough. It's tough. It's a tough goddamn competition, man. You feel what I'm saying? It is a tough competition to reproduce yourself nowadays. If you're not a Chad or a Tyrone, man, life gonna be harder on you. So guess what? Guess what is your middle name? Discipline. That's what your middle name is, bro. Man, discipline nowadays, bro, is your best friend. I'm gonna say it again, because it's so competitive that discipline is your best friend. I remember this one guy I was watching on one of these bodybuilder shows, man. That dude right there, get him out. I was watching this bodybuilding show, right? And this dude, he went 3 months without a cheat meal, bro. He ate nothing but fish, lean meat, chicken, rice, vegetables for 3 months. No cheat meals, no chips, no pie, no cookies, no soda. For 3 months, he sat there, he ate nothing but healthy meals. Bro, this motherfucker was shredded like shredded wheat, okay? but also he's a competitor bodybuilder. So yeah, you got to be disciplined to win, or you ain't gonna win no bodybuilding, man. If you cheating all the time, if you're not disciplined, you ain't gonna cheat. I mean, you ain't gonna if you're not disciplined, you ain't gonna win nothing, man. You'll always be a joke. What makes Bruce Lee Bruce Lee? His discipline, bro. If Bruce Lee would have been, you know, if Bruce Lee would have never had like like oh son, man. If Bruce Lee would have been not disciplined, bro, he never would have been Bruce Lee. You know what I'm saying? What makes Jay-Z Jay-Z is his discipline with his rhymes. That's what made him Jay-Z, bro. And the discipline, what? Yeah. This discipline would keep the average man from falling. Yep, exactly. Because if you undisciplined, it's like you running up a hill and you sliding back down again. And you running up a hill and you sliding back down again. You're running up the hill and you sliding back down again. And you keep doing that for like 30 or 40 years, man. Before you know it, you old and broke because you kept running up the hill and down and getting sliding down. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting up to the top and staying at the top, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you kept sliding down, man. You're running in one place. Like this one guy, he's 60, he broke, he lived in a car. Best believe he been running in one spot for like his whole entire life. He never wanted to change. That's why he gonna stick in that same spot. You feel me? He gonna stick in that same spot. You know. You know. So back to what I was saying about women. Women are nowadays in the dating market as they as picky as some of these seagulls around here, bro. Seagulls are picky nowadays, man. You try to feed them like some stupid stuff, man, they ain't gonna eat it. You know what I'm saying? They're like, man, where them chips at, bro? where the peanuts at, bro? Why are you trying to feed me this? Why are you trying to feed me this beef jerky? We don't like this. They don't like beef jerky. Some of them don't. I mean, some of them will grab it, but a lot of them don't like beef jerky. They're like, nah, man, we want the steak that's been off the grill. We don't want that dry beef jerky. We don't want that dry shit. You know what I'm saying? So once you get these seagulls hooked on like table scraps, that's all they gonna want. They ain't gonna want no more worms and stuff or anything that's buggy, eating bugs and stuff. Cause that's what they really eat. You know what I'm saying? Bugs, worms, for protein and shit. It goes good in with their diet. You know what I'm saying? But once you start feeding them chips and burgers and fries, that's all they gonna want, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like women. Once they start sleeping with Chad and Tyrone and men with money, once they start dating dudes with their shit together, that's all they gonna want, bro. They're gonna always look at your status, bro, like on the app. They're gonna always look at your picture to see if you're doing well in life. If you got a few pictures and it's showing that you broke, yeah, you're gonna get skipped to the next one unless you Chad or Tyrone. They're the only ones who can get away with being broke. A lot of us cannot. You got Heedens to see running around like he deserves something. Nah, you don't deserve shit, bro. You haven't earned nothing. You scared to be disciplined, bro. You can't even stop eating. You can't even get out here and work out, man. You can't even stop eating junk all the time. You can't even slow down on the drinking, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just lost all discipline, bro. And now he arrested, thrown in jail, and he got fined, and now he got to do what's those classes in DUI classes and shit. You feel what I'm saying? So he's basically making his life worse. It ain't getting better, it's getting worse. With all the coping and all the other shit that niggas be doing, bro, it's not making your life better. It's making it worse. Coping makes your life worse. I'm gonna make a video about that. Coping makes your life worse. Because then you wasting more time. And then you really ain't going nowhere then. And then you become a doomer. When thinking that everything is like, it's just, there's no hope. There's nothing I can do that can change my situation. There's nothing I can do. Forget about it, bro. I'm a doomer, bro. You know? And he got short, broad guys talking about, when he got a date, he was like, man, stop looking at this black pill stuff. What y'all people doing? I'm like, bro, wasn't you just looking at black pill videos the other day? And now you got a date, and now you telling everybody don't look at black pill videos? What the hell you doing? You see, all that stuff goes away when you find a woman. You know, you stop looking at them black pill videos and shit. You know, and then you start telling other people to stop looking at the black pill videos. I'm like, man, what the hell you doing? You know. He didn't succeed, bro. And short ball guy, bro. Them niggas is cooked, bro. You know, it's kind of hard to get to be a 30-year-old man and all of a sudden turn your life around. You really have to really want to change. But most niggas don't change, bro. They're never gonna make it through that gate that's guarded by women, bro. You know, you gotta look at it like that. Women hold the gate key to sex. They got the key. Yeah, we're in charge of relationships and marriages and stuff like that, man. But our main concern is getting access to the cookie, bro. That's the main concern. It's access. Now, marriage and relationships, that comes later, you know. But main thing, we need to be having a constant flow of sex. That's what we're looking for. A constant flow of coochie. Never a drought. We want to live like P. Diddy did, bro. Never struggled for women. Can you imagine? Like having P. Diddy's money and never ever struggled, even when the dating apps kicked in? Can you imagine? This dude survived the era of the dating apps. Not only him, but the other like rich men, like Jay-Z and who else? Kevin Hart. These dudes didn't feel the effects from the dating apps. We did. We felt the struggle. The average man did. But these dudes don't have nothing to worry about because they're the top 20%ers, man. They don't feel them dating apps. Matter of fact, it helps them reach out to women. Okay? So that's why I say you get the bag, man, you become part of the 20%. You don't have to worry about no dating apps coming in and ruining your life and getting ghosted all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like that guy Swaggy Alt or whatever his name is, or Swaggy L or whatever his name is, bro. He gonna be struggling for life. Because he believes he deserves a woman that's a 7 or an 8. I'm like, bro, you are smoking drugs. You gotta be smoking. There's no way in the world you're gonna cop a 7 or an 8 nowadays in this dating market. You know what I'm saying? You better be satisfied with just a 5 or a 6. And, you know, if you're just trying to be average, but nah, man. A lot of guys gonna keep on struggling until they get to, you know, until they get that key to the gate, man. You know what I'm saying? Because without women, we can't have sex, man. And on some of these motherfuckers, man, I know that burns their chest just thinking about that. Like, goddamn, man, they really do hold the key. Like, yeah, they do. What you gonna do about it? They really, to access to the pool, they got the key, man. And then you gotta bow down and kiss the pinky toe. Now I'm just kidding. You know. Nah, you just gotta remain humble. You say, okay, yeah, you know what? You hold the key to sex. Be like, okay, I'll be back. Come back, pull up in that Lambo. They're gonna let you in that gate, man. You come on in, be like, zoom, pull up with the Lambo in front of the gate. Let me in. Oh yeah, let him in. He got a Lambo, girl. Let him in that gate. And get in there. It's gonna be women flocking to you everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? He got a Lambo. That means them pockets is deep. Anybody who has a Lambo, bro, has a deep pockets, bro. You know what I'm saying? Lambo is not cheap. They go up to like 500 grand, bro. From 300 grand to 500 grand. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you want to be at. You want to be in that gate. That's where you want to be, nigga. Okay. You feel what I'm saying? Or you ain't gonna never get in. You ain't gonna, no. You don't self-improve. You don't get money and status. You're just not gonna get in. There's been tons of niggas who've been locked out of the gate, bro. Can you imagine some of these dudes? Some of the guys who are sub 5, like dude from Fresh and Fit, Kevin Hart, he's sub 5 because his height. Jay-Z. Who else is sub 5 in Hollywood and in the music industry? Seal. These dudes knew that they had to go out and self-improve in order to get into that gate. The gate of sex. And once you make it past that gate, it's all sex. You might as well say it's a freak off beyond that gate. And you trying to get to the freak off. And them females ain't gonna let you in if you ain't fitting their if you ain't if you ain't self-improved enough, if you ain't good looking enough, they're just not gonna let you in the gate. You feel me? Now some of us, you can get let through the gate because our youth and we young and shit, man. But after a while, man, you don't get shut out. Sometimes some niggas age out of the gate, man. Like some dudes had success in their prime. I know I did. A lot more success now. A lot more success in their prime. And then they age out, and they can't get no more women. And they know what they missing, you know what I'm saying? That's the worst thing, man, to have some success in the past, and now you don't have any success. Dude, you was that nigga, and then all of a sudden you got too old, and you still living. A man needs sex all the way until he dies, man. Man, even up to 80, man, you're still craving sex, and then ain't nothing worse to where like you get old and you can't get sex no more. And you're like, man, I'm primed out. I can't get sex no more. Well, what would you do with your youth? Oh, these are Legos. Like when I was a youngster, man. I remember Legos. Boy, I used to play with Legos when I was young, man. I found a piece of Lego on the ground. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, man, I don't want no more droughts and no more struggling. So that's why I'm chasing the bag right now. So I can always have access to the poon. I don't want to be without the poon. I don't want to be like that guy that's single for like 2 or 3 months out there searching for coochie. Nah. You see celebrities, they not out there single for 3 or 4 months by force, hitting up every single bar and club, just hoping and praying to get something. It's not like that. They got coochie by their side 100% of the time. That's how I want it, man. I want to live like a rock star, bro, like a king and shit, man. I don't want to live like no goddamn peasant, man, for the rest of my life. You feel me? A lot of guys don't recognize this shit until it's too late, man. You know what I'm saying? Until it's too late, and it's too late to turn back and change, because they done got too old. Like I said, like that one guy, you know, that one guy that stays in his car. He's 60 years old, bro, and he's still struggling. I'm like, bro, you're 60 and you are still struggling. Because in his life, he didn't think the bag was important throughout his youth. He kept working dead-end jobs, always looking for the job that's a dead end. He never thought to say, wait a minute, these jobs ain't gonna really go nowhere, man. Let me work these jobs while I'm in school, or while I'm chasing the bag in Hollywood, or chasing a jackpot or something like that. Let me work these whack ass jobs until I get my big break. You know what I'm saying? And then I can live good when I get to be 60. I can live on easy street. You know what I'm saying? He didn't think like that. He thought like, let me keep working these hamster wheel jobs, and that's okay. 10 years went by, 15, 20 years went by, 30 years went by, and he's still in the same spot because he refused to change, bro. This laziness, ow, fuck. I just poked my hand. Just fucking laziness, man. That's all it is, being lazy. When you don't want to use your mind, you are lazy-minded. We all know that it takes time and money and a whole lot of thinking to um, chase the bag, and you got to do a lot of thinking, a lot of strategic planning. You got to use your brain to make money, and a whole lot of reading and studying and shit. That's why Elon Musk is still so rich, man, because he's not afraid to pick up a book and read that motherfucking shit. He's not afraid to set out goals and then accomplish them too. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is lazy, man. That's all it is. And women will punish you for being lazy. They will. Look at all the goddamn words they call you. Broke, dusty. Can't afford nothing. Can't compete with other men. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, man, you gotta. I know a lot of people don't wanna. I know a lot of men don't wanna live up to the standards. A lot of men don't wanna live up to the standards. But you got to, man. You gotta live up to the standards. You got to. You just ain't gonna go nowhere your whole entire life, man. And like I said, man, some horror stories. That dude that was 27 years single. Woo. And then you got Heat and Secede acting a fool. Being single as long as he been single. As long as he been on YouTube, he's been single, man. As long as he been on here for nearly a decade, man. I think, because me and my girl broke up. That's when I started following him, man. And I was overweight at the time. And he was complaining back then. And he's complaining right now. So I'm like, bro, you got to do something about the situation. And nigga, don't stop trying to put a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound, bro. It's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? You got what's his name? Short bald guy going to the gym. That ain't gonna do nothing, bro, because you're still short. You know what I'm saying? The gym ain't gonna work for you. You know what I'm saying? It only works for niggas who are like 5'7" and up. It don't work on 5'4" dudes, man. Unless you get your leg lengthening surgery, and then it'll work for you then. You could pay for 4 more inches to be 5'8" at least. You don't want to do that. Why? Number one reason: lazy, scared. 2 reasons: lazy and scared. I call short bald guy in a contradiction, bro. He was like, man, I want to destroy myself. I want to kill myself. I said, man, why don't you get the surgery on your feet, man, or on your legs? Oh, man, I don't want to go through all that, man. I said, but yeah, you're talking about killing yourself. You're talking about deleting yourself But at the same time, you you scared to get uh, leg lengthening surgery. You feel what I'm saying? So that's a contradiction right there. You know what I'm saying? Instead of killing yourself, go ahead and go through some pain that you was gonna go through killing yourself anyway, and get your legs done. You don't want to do that? Okay, a life sentence. You go. And then the thing is, you could tell a motherfucker you're doing a life sentence, but it doesn't like register in his head. It's like you talking to a wall basically. To some of these dudes. Some of these dudes, you'll walk up and say, "Bro, you doing a life sentence." He'll be like, "What?" Yeah, right. 5 years pass by. 10 years pass by. Still 10 years pass by. Still no girlfriend. 15 years pass by. 20 years go by. Still no girlfriend. And you come back, you don't got your money together, and you come by them and be like, "Man, I told you you were serving a life sentence, man. How old are you? 50? Man, didn't we talk like 30 years ago? Or 20 years ago? And you still in the same situation? Man, you better change some shit, bro." But it's already too late for some dudes. Like, you can't change some dudes, bro. That dude, that 60-year-old dude that's standing over there in this vehicle, he done. He not gonna wake up and just, "Oh, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna get the bag, bro. Oh, yeah, I'm 60. I changed." Nuh-uh. He's set in his ways. He's done. He's finished, bro. He's like the last Mohican, bro. He's done. Okay? A guy that's 60 and still broke, he ain't getting through that gate. And he getting worse. I think it was like, I haven't talked to him in like a year. Them center nasal folds, they done got bigger, man. They done got way more flappier, man. Oh man, because he tall, but he got a sub-5 face now because of his age. He's 60 and he's still broke because the nigga refused to change. Bruh, stop. Stop like going through life just coasting and not changing, bro. Please don't get to be 60 and broke. That's a recipe for an inseldom all the way until you croak. He out here, he ain't got no coochie to rely on, bro. At least Sunshine Shoulders, he got the hell out of America. He's like, "Man, I can't get no young coochie here, bro. They discriminate everywhere." So he went back over to the Philippines, bro. And he's getting laid every single day. He's getting access to the coochie every single day. Every day now. Because he actually saw that it wasn't going to be a good ending here. You know what I'm saying? He said, "I don't want to end like this, man. I got my last quarter of my life. I want to live in paradise. I want to live getting coochie on the regular with a family and shit, man. I want to be with a family before I die. I don't want to die alone, man." He saw the signs, bro. He got out of here. And that's what you're supposed to do. He made a move. But some niggas sit here and tell me that you've been single for 27 years. Like, that means, nigga, you didn't even consider a thought of moving overseas. You did nothing about it. I'm like, this nigga's a joke. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, man. That's some pussy shit, bro. Like, you are a joke, bro, for like 27 years, bro. Oh, man, you could have had it, bro. You could have had everything within 5-10 years frame of that, bro. You've been balling. You could have had money, cars, jewelry, women. You could have had it all, man. But you decided to waste those years, so I don't even feel sorry for you, bro. Okay? Waste your years, man. I'm telling you, it come back to haunt you. And then you get too old to even attract a woman. You too goddamn old now, bro. My dad, he chased women until the day that he died, man. Died broke. No resources, nothing to leave behind, man. Because guess what? He's running on that hamster wheel every single day, man. 5 years went by, still in the same spot. 10 years went by, still in the same spot. 15 years went by, still in the same spot. How come he didn't go to school or become an actor? Oh, man, I don't want to do that, bro. But yet you struggling to get laid in the dating market. Okay. You will die a virgin, bro. You will die not being humble, bro. You know, being out here on the streets, it has humbled me, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Being out here on the streets, it humbled my ass. I'm more humble now, you know? You know? Because right now I'm so humble that I'm just willing to learn all over again, man. I feel like a brand new born baby. You feel me? Because it pays to be humble. When you know everything, you think you know everything, you just ain't gonna go nowhere, man. Bruce Lee was a very humble cat, bro. That's how he learned everything. Cause he didn't start out thinking he knew everything. I think in Capoeira, man, I thought that I knew everything there was about Capoeira, and guess what? My skills got stagnant. You know what I'm saying? I stopped learning. And everybody around me, they was learning, and I stopped learning. And guess what? They caught up to my level, and then started beating the crap out of me in the holder. I had to go back and say, wait a minute now. I'm getting whooped on by a guy that's lesser than me. So I started training, and then I came back and I whooped on him because I put in the work, man. I ain't gonna let nobody that's a belt under me kick my ass. You know what I'm saying? When I was in Capoeira, you know, and dudes up under me was coming because they was learning, and I stopped learning. So what I did was I went to Brazil. I came back. I was better than ever because my mestre, he did not want to give me a cord. I was like, why, mestre? How come you ain't give me a cord? It's been 3 years. I've been in the same belt for 3 years. You know, I've been in the same belt. Well, you need to train. You need to train. You can't just get a belt and you ain't been training. I can tell you ain't been training. Your foot is sluggish. You slow. You ain't got no stamina. Your flexibility is on nothing. You ain't got your flexibility. Your kicks are low. You know, you can't get no green cord, man. So I said, fuck that. I didn't let that shit, you know, take me up under, man. I went straight to Brazil. I started training hard with Mr. Jamola down there in Rio de Janeiro. And I trained like 2 or 3 times a week. I was always at the bar doing pull-ups at the beach in Copacabana. You feel me? And I even saw Mr. Jamola pull up at the bar, man, doing pull-ups and shit like that, man. So I was always a disciplined cat. Sometimes I got distracted by women. That's always been my downfall, by the way. Hanging out with women too much, man. You know, when you get 6-pack abs, you buff and stuff, you get distracted by women, you know. But I went down there and I trained. I came back and I was kicking everybody's ass because I went down there. I got humbled, man. I got kicked in the chest. I got kicked in the side, man. My kidneys swole up. I mean, I got my ass beat down there. That humbled my ass up. This an ass whooping will fucking humble your ass up. And I came back. It was like, oh, Kelp, man, he done got better. He got good. He got more flexibility now. You know, his kicks are faster. You know what I'm saying? He looking good out there. Why? Because I put in the time and work and I stayed humble. Simple as that. I didn't know it. I didn't think I knew everything. I stayed learning. You know what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers think they know everything, and then it stagnate their learning. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, the brain is like a sponge. Keep on putting water into it, man. You know what I'm saying? It'll soak it up. You feel what I'm saying? Meaning that keep on learning. Your brain gonna soak up the knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying? But when you stop learning, that's when you gonna fail, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of cats are scared to learn, bro. I noticed that. They don't want to go to school. They're scared of that. Why would you want to be scared of school? What did you think? You gonna melt when you go in there, or it's like kryptonite to your ass, or what? You know, it's like kryptonite to you, really? You know what I'm saying? I just throw a book at your ass and you start. Oh, I feel weak. Get that book away from me, bro. I'm like, bro, it's just a fucking book. Open it up and read that shit. Get your head full of knowledge, man. You know, they refuse to do that. They don't think knowledge is power, man. You know what I'm saying? It is power. Bruce Lee became great because he was open to different martial arts. You know, he became great because he was humble and willing to learn at a very young age. You know, you know, he stayed humble, man. You know, and that's what got him great, man. That's what made him great. How you doing? Oh, okay. I'll take it. How you doing? I'm good. Looking good. All dressed up. Where you going?
Yeah, you're gonna go visit my mom.
I knew it. I knew it was something special.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you. She gave me a brand new. She gave me some. Oh man, she gave me a croissant, man. From. Oh man, she gave me a croissant from Starbucks. You see, when you're out here working out and you got your body on point, females come by and give you a croissant from Starbucks. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You know? Yeah. Kel Carey's still good looking, man. You know what I'm saying? I just got a present. You know what I'm saying? Now I really think I'm all that now. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, she was a big heavy chick. She ain't bad looking though for her size, man. But she got some big old titties and a big ass though, man. She heavy. She heavy in the right spots, man. She got a kid though. You know, but back to what I was saying, man. You know, change is what you need, man. Not coping. You know, cope can only last so long, man. And I can understand if you're coping and you're doing something about it. Let's say you're going to school, right? You know, you're taking coke to stay up all night to do your studies. You know, you're snorting coke to stay up 3 days in a row to finish off your project in school or something. Then I can see, okay, coping and moving forward, that's cool. But when you're coping and staying in one spot, man, that ain't gonna do nothing, man, but make things worse throughout the years. You're gonna get more isolated, and then bam, your mental health is gonna go down the drain, man. Being isolated, it fucks up your mental health for sure. Let me work out so I can eat this, man. This girl gave me a croissant. It's all warm and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna work out, man, right now, man, because I done skipped out on 2 days of working out, and I can't skip no more days. I'll get back on when I'm finished. You guys have a good day. I'm out.